Hey you guys, there's a new event going on in FFBE, and so we have the Orban Monastery Vaults, and so I'm going to go through all the fights there, not the explorations I already did, and there really isn't too much to it as long as you know where the items are and stuff, but there's a new weapon to make that's very, very good, and it's Fire Elemental, so getting elemental weapons that have a lot of attack is very helpful, and then in the item exchange there's also these materials to get your units to 6-star, or the units that are available for 6-star. So obviously I need enough of these at least for lightning, and then of course anybody who wants to who gets Delita will want these for a second unit as well. I don't have Delita, I haven't summoned yet at all in the new banner, and I'm not sure that I'm really going to go after that unit just because lightning was so tough, and it's another one of the only 5-star and 6-star units, so it will take either a lot of luck or a lot of money, and so other than that, I think there's some other stuff like these are materials to make the make the new weapon, and then the Star Quartz I'll want to get, and then the rare summon tickets as well. So it's about 18,000 or so of these aura sites to get everything that I want. I think the first thing to go is probably the rare summon tickets, but that's just me. And but anyway, so let's go ahead back into town and go do these fights. I wasn't actually going to do these with you guys, but then I found out there's some story content with it as well. So I figure I might as well go through that. I haven't gotten to a lot of the story content. I've been putting that away, just mostly because I've wanted to use my energy on other things. There's always events going on or whatever. And so I just really haven't gotten to the new story content. I was so excited about it, and then I just haven't done it yet. But anyway, we'll start out easy and just do all these since there's story content in it. I thought I might skip to advanced, but let's just go through all of it. So at the beginning, I definitely don't need a fancier unit. I'm hoping that, I heard that, so there's beginner, intermediate, advanced, pro, and elite. What kind of archive is this? So, I heard that the elite version is very, very difficult. This is a completely different world. Alright. So Laswell is always sort of keenly aware of Rain's abilities. Oh, so I didn't even notice I'm borrowing a Ludmille. Not seen her in play. So these knights are apparently very, very nasty once we get to elite. So I have to be very careful if I'm doing elite to bring a very, very strong team. I just ended up bringing sort of my top team anyway, but alright. Stage cleared. There we go. So I should rank up very soon, so by the time I do these other levels, beginner only gives 8 of these shards, so that is not gonna do. Okay, that's fine. Well, actually, I might want that Tella later. Let's check the terrain. A lot of books, a lot of stone. So Rain is very, very put together in this. Could it be resonating with Rain? And I guess one thing that's definitely relevant to this particular event is just that it's from Final Fantasy Tactics, so the banner is Final Fantasy Tactics units, and so it seems like Rain is sort of tuning into memories from Final Fantasy Tactics, which I guess is a fun part of the game. You know, it's bringing together all different versions of Final Fantasy. You know, we've even seen Final Fantasy Crystal Defense, which I did not know was a thing. Final Fantasy Tactics I had at least heard of before. So Rain sort of linking into all of those things. So we got an ancient stone. Alright. Here we go. So definitely want Kamashi for the end of this. See what else Rain is figuring out here. Don't know who's talking. Once it is stolen, to deceive and to use. It's talking about the corruption. So I don't think this is like a really fancy part of the storyline, but I think it's sort of just doubling down on the fact that Rain can clearly has some insight into some of the other vortexes or the other dimensions. Definitely gonna have to stop auto-attacking. Probably the next one, and for sure I cannot auto-attack an Elite. The clothes on these guys are starting to get fancier too, so... or at least on the Knight. Which is always a sign that they're getting stronger. Alright, stage cleared. And this Bugrass ore is something that we need for the new weapon. So you can only make one of those new weapons. Alright, we rank up. I did have that in mind when I was doing this, so I know I would have enough energy for the next levels. And so now we're up to Pro. And... sure. Live your own life. So Rain's just talking to the voices. So yeah, so he's seeing these memories from Final Fantasy Tactics. Let me do this with a little bit more gusto than before. I'm very, very excited. I really want to farm this as much as possible because I really want Lightning to be 6-star. So the moment that that's a possibility, I'm definitely going to share with you guys. Unfortunately, I don't have like a lot of Cactuar or anything like that. So it might be a while before I can get her to level 100. But at the moment, there's just no way that I can farm the XP for her, since there's an event going on and I need to farm the materials for that. Well, it's 5 fights. So the last one's gonna have 6 fights, and they're apparently all not very, very difficult at the beginning, but toward the end, it's all like 4 mini bosses in one fight. Let's go for it. Barrage. And we got some more aura sites. Stage cleared. So from Pro, we get 50 aura sites as the clearing bonus, and then each of the enemies gives like 1 or 2. I don't know if it would help to have Locke here. Oh, so I got 47 from that, but there was an initial clearing bonus. Okay. So not as good as I thought it would be. And now we're going to do Elite, and so this should be quite difficult. Let's see here. Oh, come on. Alright, so I might have to restart, because I really want to use one of the best units that I can. Even though I think that this Fencer might be enough, I'm just gonna not risk it, and I'm gonna go ahead and reset the game and try and get Kamashi's unit. Alright, so this time around I got Kamashi's unit, so it took a bunch of refreshes to make that work, but for obvious reasons, Kamashi's unit is just awesome. So he has 2 of these guys on there, the Sakura Fubukis, and just way more attack than ever acceptable. Has dual wield on her, even though eventually she'll naturally just have dual wield. He can replace this with something else, and Blade Mastery, Barrage, and a big attack thing is just an insane unit. So we'll go with this, just in hopes that I don't screw this up too badly, because it is supposed to be very, very difficult. So I think we need to go after the knights first. For some reason, this doesn't look too difficult. I feel like I'm in the wrong thing. Or maybe not. Maybe he is really effing difficult to fight. So with dual wield, she's just gonna attack so much. Anybody who's not gonna debuff me too bad, I'm not too concerned about, but I'm pretty sure things afterward are gonna get much more difficult. Oh my god, his laning is so ridiculous. Alright, so how do I want to do this? Let's do something like that. I don't want to barrage. I hope this is enough. These knights do debuff really, really badly. You do not want them sticking around. You want as many dead as quickly as possible. Heal. Let's see here. Three of 6. So apparently these black mages will cast death, which, you know, that's never good. So I'm Let me see here. Should I go ahead and cast Cheer? Maybe I'll just go for Cheer. Not screw around. Area Blast, Barrage. Go with this. That's gonna be a lot of MP. Never mind. Let me just do this. See what happens. I hope it's alright. So far, so good. Did I not cheer? No, I must have cheered. Oh, I have the animation for the Espers on, so it looks much fancier than what I'm used to when I'm on my mobile. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get that increased mag from Lena. So Lawfrey is one of the knights and he's a mini boss. So I think there's each one of them, even though they look like just normal knights or whatever, in all of these there's been at least one mini boss. And so yeah, so now all 4 of them are here. And I'm gonna cheer again. Cheer, cheer, cheer. And dual cast on Exdeath. And I think they're resistant to Electro, so let's just try that. Voila. I don't think we got much in the way of storyline here. I wonder. Okay, yeah, so here we are. So Laswell is the sort of designated warrior. Alright, so not a ton of story to it, but at least just like another peek into Rain's abilities, which I'm sure in the story unfold more. I've not spoilered the story for myself either, so I know there's a lot more story content in Dornado that I have not gotten to. Oh wow, so some really good unit XP here, so if I do get Lightning to 6-star, I guess I could farm XP through here, even though she won't be very strong at the beginning, but we'll see. So that's all there is to it, really. So 111 Auracite shards is just so much better than the alternatives. So if I can get away with beating this every time, that's great. But it is quite hard. Even, I mean, I think Kamashi's lightning makes it seem really easy, but I definitely need to have. I think the best way to go about it is either a unit like mine, where it's like a lot of physical attack, and then bring another really awesome either Chizuru or lightning, or go sort of a mag unit route, which is like switch out lightning and Chizuru for Kefka and for Kefka and Tella, and then just chain use elemental damage. So I think that's probably the way I have to go with that. And anyway, so I'm just gonna farm the hell out of this event and eventually be able to get lightning to 6 stars, and that should be really awesome. So I hope you guys do well in this event and that you can manage alright. If you're struggling, I did switch my leader over to Xdeath. So I was talking to my friend Gwyn, and he was like, yeah, I think I need to just like chain elemental damage to beat the elite version, and so I switched over. Usually I have my leader as Chizuru, or now probably Lightning, but now I'm gonna just leave it as Xdeath for now, and hopefully that helps you guys out. Go ahead, friend me. All the information is in the description. Thanks for watching, take care, and have a very good day.